He gave reasons why he brought him in.
Brilliant player who plays for Istanbul Besiktas in the Turkish Super League.
Kingsley Schindler as well. Abu Francis, Forson Amankwa. I mean, we're looking forward to these very young and exciting players. Experience would come. Thomas Partey, the older generation of experience on the left. Kudus Mohammed, also the younger generation of experience. And behind him, of course, that's Brandon.
Thomas
Asante. The English-based boys. Crawley, man, the goalkeeper now he plays for.
Jojo Walcott.
Yeah.
You can tell, you know, the blend is there. You know, continuity is key. And you have to have a good succession plan. And that is what the man is. That's Mohamed Kudus, the star boy. This generation, the team, basically, he's the anchor. And that's Abdul Fattah Isahaku, who himself has improved his game in the last 1 year.
The English contingent,
that's Antoine Semenyo. 3 goals this season for AFC Bournemouth, popped up with assist. And that's Jerome Opoku, who plays for Istanbul Besiktas.
Yeah, really got a fantastic height on him.
Brilliant. And that's Abdul Mumin, who plays for Rayo Vallecano in the shot there. So if you look at this team, quite young, exciting players, and he's trying to fuse them in. You look at Jordan Ayew, you look at Thomas Partey. These are players that gradually, and you look at that, even this was
training.
Look at the Kumasi fans, always excited to see the Black Stars play. And one thing that I've admired, that's Tariq Lamptey, and that's Inaki Williams there, who a lot of people look up to pop up with goals for you. So if you look at the Kumasi fans, one thing I love about the handlers of the Black Stars and the Kumasi faithful is now they have softened their stance in terms of the way they allow people to get closer to the players. And that's Frederick Asante, who plays for Kumasi Asante.
Asari, yeah.
That's you look at Ali Duseidu there in your picture, and that's Randy Abe there. You know, the players now, they have that freedom, and they cannot mingle. You can tell the telepathy or the kind of relationship between the players and the supporters.
Sending their last messages before training starts, very, very relaxed indeed. And the question will always be, how will the Black Stars line up? How will the Black Stars set up against Angola? We'll know that in the next hour, just over an hour. And the pitch, thankfully, is better than it was a couple of weeks ago. In fact, they've done a bit of a miracle, but it's still not. I'm not a professional footballer, but I would imagine the professional footballers always want the grass to be as, you know, if the word supple is correct, but just as smooth as possible so they can slide and pass the ball with the accuracy and the energy that it demands.
Well, yeah, this is what we have. You know, CAF itself have given us some recommendations that they will permit us to play this game. But our next home game, and when we don't satisfy those recommendations, Ghana will not be permitted to play those matches there. And if you look at the list that they've given us, it's a tall list. And I think we should stop playing with fire now. If really we want to play our home matches, our next home matches at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium, then we need to put our house in order and get things done. Because CAF will not be soft on us the next time they come here to allow us to play on this pitch. Because they said the floodlight, they tax us with the dressing room, they tax us with the playing surface, they tax us with the reserve bench. All these things, they need an upgrade on it.
Washrooms.
The washrooms as well. So if you look at holistically, CAF is trying to, they'll warn you, and then they'll go tough on you.
Well,
it will be quite embarrassing for a country like Ghana that will be asked to play a World Cup qualifier at this particular point outside the shores of the country.
The thing is, whether or not it's a warning, the bottom line is that it's been approved. I mean, we all know we can actually give, what's the word to use, thumbs up or not to the NSA, you know, for waiting for so long. But today we'll see how the pitch holds and whether or not that job or that work has been done, and it will actually hold for 90 minutes. But the most important thing, Kumasi is buzzing and the fans have also been talking. We'll also activate the phone line so that you guys can predict before we're joined by our international guest. The floodlights back on, and you know, Baba Yara has been absent with this for a while, but it's been fixed. So it's going to be sorted very, very soon. Okay, so we'll activate the phone lines later on, but let's find out what these fans in Kumasi have been saying.
I think say Nyankopon ya adoma ya wada de wo hwe infori wo hwe de CDC nimpa no aye ready na Nyankopon ya adoma Black Stars wan hwe be ku Angola me ya je pa Nyankopon ya adoma ye nyina ye ba Kumasi ma nyina ye ba aba be support Andre Ayew na ni team ni nyina Ghana ye be Angola obi ni nkra mo ma ye be ku mo
Ghana me hu say ye betimi a share because what the subsequent friendly matches I have born qualifiers I have boy and I coach and so maintain the team no nti me hu say bibia be kama. So as time goes on, your participation no ebe boa ma bibia be kama wo Ghana match any Angola boy. Angola a very difficult side. Yeah, sure more Afcon no. But as we know, Ghana and Kumasi Sports Stadium, the Baba Yara for Ghana Blasters, we will qualify and we will beat them.
Ghana ye born na ye bono. Team no ye wo, but exact people are also omodi omo bono. Enye omo no omodi omo bo. Menim say omo ye discrimination o say den you. Ye nkrofo bo omo gia agopra so team say nipa smesi kura de ya tete dem kura beti ma bo a chen wo. Nye do ma betena so. Menim ne ye ntia. Se wo ntia ye sere wo mo. Se nyame adoma game na edi anim no match no omo hwe beti ma bo no omo form nya de emra me bo match no ma no mutimi score na ye nuanu mo atwa bet no omo ntimi ni
abi Angola de dem be kiddies Kudus alone go fit handle the whole team, so make them talanku kura, we go show them something for it. If you Kumasi then they come abi Kumasi there, you know, full support. Black Stars, no, I'm relaxing, I'm relaxing my game. No, wait for the Angola there. We go show them something, we go show them Pepe. Black Stars all the way.
Ghana be 2-0, yeah. Oh yeah, they said the last two matches, no, there was more improvement in team. If you say we, you know, yeah, you be share a question in jail for. Na ni mi nu na. We 2-0, be say akwa question 2-0. Why?
Okay, thank some you. Are even looking ahead to Niger. I don't think we should take Angola lightly, or I don't think it's disrespect. It's normal. Fans have this confidence about them, especially when it's Baba Yara and when it's the Black Stars. They just feel and I think it's a positive mindset for the players also to tap into. We're invincible, but it shouldn't get to complacency. You shouldn't get carried away. Hopefully that will not get onto into the players' heads. They would work hard, fight to get a win.
Yeah. Complacency is, when you speak about complacency, is one thing. You know, when we were at Pullman in Cote d'Ivoire, prior to our first game against Cape Verde at Afcon, we were having an interview on the lobby, and I was speaking with so much aggression and conviction. And you told me, Francis, we've got to be cautious. Yes, we are favourites, but we can get rattled. And we went into that game in Abidjan, and we got rattled by the Cape Verdeans.
055-846-2088. You can call us and tell us what's on your mind and your predictions. And keep it snappy, right? Keep it very snappy and speak up, and make sure you turn off the volume of your television set. So do call us and tell us what's on your mind. And you can also predict who's going to score first, which team. Let us know. And we're here to receive you. Yeah, you were talking about...
So in terms of being complacent, I don't think the players themselves will be complacent, because they've played against this Angolan team and they've caused us problems. You know, Freddie Kulembe, their central midfielder, basically caused us problems the last time they played at the Kumasi Sports Stadium. And we all felt the pressure. We felt the heat. We dug deep to be able to win the game. But the problem here is the Black Stars themselves knows that this is not a team that they should be taken for granted.
All right, we've got our first caller on the line. Hi, Richard. Can you hear me?
Yeah, boss.
Okay, yeah, let's listen to you. What's up?
Sir, yeah. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Oh. Cool. Your end.
Richard, do me a favor. Turn down the volume of the TV set completely. Turn it off. Otherwise, you get a delay, okay? All right, what's on your mind? Hello, are you there? What's on your mind?
Score first, and Kudus will score first.
All right, thank you very much, Richard. Kudus will score first. He was on the line for some time, but I think he was listening to himself. So please, when you call, just switch off or turn down the volume of your TV set, and then you can hear yourself in real time. So tell us what you think. We'll be switching back and forth to give you a bit of the atmosphere at the Baba Yara. The fans have already started trooping in, and it's beginning to build into what we normally call a crescendo. And I'm sure by kickoff, that's exactly what we would have. Kumasi is never disappointed, and apparently the Black Stars have never lost a match. Played on Thursday since 1961. The boy commentator was telling me that since 1961, that's a long time.
That's a long time. And since 2000 to 2004, the Black Stars are yet to lose a game at the Kumasi Sports Stadium. So basically, that tells you that it's a den, it's a slaughter, it's a no-go zone area. Yes, we have the bars. We have
20 years.
We have that kind of aura or euphoria around the club. as around the club, around the Black Stars, they will feel like they can cause problems to any team that they play there. We've seen them beat Egypt handsomely at that venue. We've seen them beat some household names in African football. They've beaten Cote d'Ivoire in the 2008 third place game. And if you look at the vibe, it's the 12th man that is the magic for the Black Stars. They make it a hostile atmosphere, a positive hostile, not that they'll intimidate you, but the way they'll shout at you, the way they'll lift up their game. Nigeria, when they're in the double-legged playoff en route to the Qatar World Cup, they thought they were coming to beat us in Ghana. But when they came, they found it extremely difficult to play in such an environment. And when the Kumasi fans turn out in their numbers and decide to support properly, it's extremely difficult for our away team to be able to wrap their heads around the kind of euphoria they found themselves in.
All right. Okay, Teshi, I believe. We go to Teshi. Hi, Anas. How are you? Hello, Anas. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Well, Anas can't hear me for now. Let's go back to what you're saying. The players know what they have to do. They'll focus purely on the game itself, but they take that energy from the fans. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, definitely, because the Kumasi fans, the way they play, the way they support the team, the goals basically livens them or brings out the best in them. You look at the attack. For the first time, I'm beginning to believe in the attacking players we have. When Asamoah Gyan's generation fizzled out, when we are playing, we've got to depend on Andre Ayew to pop up with the goals. And when Andre wasn't having the best of form, we were struggling for goals. But now, you look at Inaki Williams, Antoine Semenyo, Abdul Fattah Isahaku, Joseph Pencil, Ibrahim Usman, Jordan Ayew, Thomas Brandon Asante. It is Ibrahim Usman that is one of the chap that we look out for. He's a Brighton player on loan at Feyenoord. Explosive from North Jalan. This guy is one for the future.
Right to Dream product.
Right to Dream product. You look at Abdul Fattah Isahaku, who had a stint with Right to Dream before he went to Steadfast, then back to Dreams FC, went to Sporting Lisbon, then to Leeds United, where he has basically redefined his footballing career. Leicester City, where he has redefined his footballing career in the English Championship last season. And this season, he has played in the matches that Leicester City have played in the league. He has been decent in those matches. Jordan Ayew, I can't remember the last time we've had a Black Stars striker who has scored a hat-trick in any game for the Black Stars. But in the World Cup qualifiers against Central African Republic, Jordan Ayew scored. He has scored 5 goals in his last 3 games for the Black Stars, and that tells you he's on top form for the Black Stars. In this game, who have the idea whether Jordan Ayew has finally arrived for the Black Stars? Will he be consistent for the Black Stars? It's something that we will judge him this afternoon. Because in the game against Nigeria, in that friendly game, he scored. In the game against Mali, he stepped up from the bench, he scored. In the game against Central African Republic, he scored a hat-trick. Will he continue? Continuity is key. Consistency is key. And with Jordan Ayew, it is the mood in which he finds himself in, and the services, that is what will get him to deliver for the Black Stars. This afternoon, will he go with Jordan Ayew together with Inaki Williams, like a double attack? Or will he play his typical 4-3-3 or a 4-5-1 or a 4-2-3-1 formation? We'll live to see when the team sheet pop up. But with Thomas Partey, you have a creative spark. And in the main man, Mohamed Kudus, you have a player that gives you multiple attacking options. He can play on the left, on the right, through the central, and he can play behind the main striker. So it depends on the permutations that Coach Otto Addo will deploy on this afternoon. And when the Black Stars click into full gear and play without selfishness, play without putting themselves at the back foot, they have the ammunition to cause problems to this Angolan team on any given day.
No doubt about that. Thanks a lot. Yeah, so we'll be catching up and letting you know confirmation of the starting lineup. I keep getting asked why, the lists or the names are released so late. Well, they can, as long as it's within CAF rules and they release it on time. That's not a problem at all. It's just part of the gamemanship. I guess a bit of superstition, a little bit of just keeping you anxious, I guess. But we have to also say a big thanks to all our partners who've made it possible to bring you this live coverage. Remember, this match is being produced entirely by IMAX Media Production. So it is, local production for global consumption, and that's the target. We need to improve every time, and we will keep trying our best to do that with every single game. So big thanks to Time Herbal Industries, Yadamasi Bibre, partners in this live broadcast of the Afcon 2025 qualifiers. Bar Herbal Clinic as well. Big thanks to Bar Herbal Clinic for coming on board. Tabia Company Limited, they're also here with us, and you must know that Tabia don't mess around at all when it comes to traditional medicine, conventional and of course traditional, using technology to bring you the very best in that. Ice Drop Mineral Water, all the samples that you need from the sachet to the bottle to the big ones. They are our partners, Ice Drop Mineral Water. And stay hydrated, of course, with the potassium, the manganese and calcium, all of that, which is very necessary to keep you going throughout the day. Cabrinsic Company, that's you. Thank you very much for joining us in this coverage of the Afcon 2025 between Ghana and Angola. Cabrinsic Company also bringing the very best product of the highest quality. What about Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic? They need no introduction, but of course, we can't take them for granted. Endpoint has been bringing you the best quality medical care for years, and they continue to do that. And you can contact them on those numbers. They're various in Tema, in Kumasi, you know, everywhere. I mean, I would say that they're nationwide, so you can get them, including their Hansu opposite Josbro in Techiman, and Takrady as well, and the capital, Spintex Road, Tema. There you go. And the numbers on the screen, so you can get in touch with them as well. Then, last but not least, definitely, it's MaxBuy. MaxBuy will bring you the very latest technological advances as far as appliances, household appliances and electrical gadgets and products are concerned. Your one-stop shop for the very best in those appliances is MaxBuy. Techno, I only use Techno, and I'm sure you know why. Phone that keeps increasing its capacity and building up on its excellent pattern so far. And when you're a little bit, you know, feeling a little bit energized or less energized, JB Fresh, that's what we're going to have during the break. Very, very energetic and very soothing as well for you to drink. Lovely taste, and there's no added sugar. I know those of you watching your health, no preservatives and additives. It's very natural. So JB Fresh is that drink for you. Cinex is in the house. You've heard of Cinex? That's right. The new kids on the block, but not so new, bringing a combination of experience and also quality products. Cinex have joined the party. They're in the house, and you'll be hearing more from Cinex as we go along. They are partners to this broadcast as well. And of course, Media Brain Consult. We say thank you very much for being a part of this live production. All right. So the supporters have been in Kumasi for a while, but there's one particular supporter who says he's bringing Nollywood and beyond. Mutala Yakubu spoke to Ejaku.
Eja yenim se opebo na yete nanu aye da soro yese odo ho akodom aye supporters union eja eno so eba de sen na de se odo ho akodom supporters union
we dey say no na kan ye me pebo opebo so de ezeze ojo ani bo ku bi a tu free se o me yade a na se o ma ho keka no wosora obetimi ni o manante enu nti na me ankasa me fa afun efrem panyinfo se ebradu ye ni monyama Ghana for de amaye akukuduro ewo ne ho don ye dibe etai ye football na chi ebredu se nkruwa atetefo ne gigi ye ne yesa ye gigi bi yese mre ko na nima adenti ne yentimi nyi bi eto da matena se ahwe hu se ye supporters no mo no a wo body prayer no so na wo push no otu na ni no hu dom na hu se me man o makoma sabre ekura ye nti ye ma obi akoma ntoni yem na o matimi aye adwuma nti mre aka ye ba betai supporters union yato ondin die hard atade ya ho fa ene hyemi me ye so obi a hyebi nti wan hwe a wo adwun be yo but die hard wo mu na sisi mi wo mu ntem
na Black Stars for Abatown Abatown so de eja wo se ubabi ene ye ne Angola coach le ka so mbema yesu mako eja se me na wo ka kire Angola coach
se wo de wa no donwira ebi nwo na obi kuro ma ba kire nse oba me yesu mako ne ye wo meso ankasa wa ha omode ye be ne de omode ye na ya ye wo meso a ye de kakrafo wani ase a bra wa bo se wi ase nye de enti enu bi ne ye apeto agu mrante ne na so a ye de ba besa won ye sa wo ye mo soro bantu mu odu pa de ya santo mu wisu ye tete de ni bi pa ene ye de twere mo to ye so mo do so me na da.
Finally the fans kuma se for per ball e kina mo beba na obi free fie no wo tueska be hwe boa ya na ye na adwum ye ne na o mo be hye o mo nhye aseme na wo ka kire ye enwa e kina fans e beba be piem wa ha
de me ka kire asanteman Ghana man baby biela obi free ba mate se bi free sunwan tachiman blekum wanfie doma enom ne asanteman mu mampon kofi ase wiamo ase aguna bi po chese nipa banka sankasa sikayi enafom nenso uma no hodo Black Stars ho do ntino kakra bi na mpanimfo gye no bomodin na de fatu botum nebra na giri ye se omu ye anim ase ombema de obi ahwehwe no ode akona dachi bia no waka se wo ba ye no wa metu sikan
ija finally me pese wo die hard for no e ma Ghana for temone se china ye ba abeku Angola for
die hard power die hard power die hard what you say that's it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Die Hard, they've been globetrotting, and as we talk about, local production for global consumption, I think that's probably Die Hard and the other supporters, their motto as well. We're under an hour to kick off, and we're waiting for the official lineup. That's what normally happens these days. So let's not get too upset. We're used to it, and surely any moment from now we'll get a confirmation of that. And the Baba Yara Sports Stadium, this was much earlier. It will be filled to rafters, but a good shot there. A stadium that has been there for many a decade, and the arrival of the teams as well captured by our drone shot. It's going to be one of those typical African football days where it's going to be explosive, and who dares obviously would win in the end.
Well, basically, if you look at the shot, you can tell the players are calm, relaxed, disembarking from the Black Stars coach. That's Abdul Fattah Isaku. Jordan, will he be starting today? He only joined the camp yesterday. The arrival, you could tell the euphoria around the stadium. It's a thing of a beauty this earlier in the day. So it's all about they continuing from where they let off against Central African Republic in the last break. It won't be easy. It will be tough for them because Angola comes into this game as a different opponent. And if you look at what they have, Gelson Dala, one of the finest, most explosive players on the African continent, the Awakra winger. You look at Freddie Kulembe, the central midfielder. The last time they played us at the Kumasi Sports Stadium, basically picking passes at premium. On that day, Abdul Salih Samed and co struggled to contain him in central midfield. You look at Yolanda Gaspar, the centre back that plays for US Lecce in the Italian league. He's one of the guys that lights up the Afcon in Cote d'Ivoire. Then you have Christopher Mabululu, the centre forward. Mabululu is an awkward player to deal with.
The name that commentators love to mention.
We saw how he terrorized defenders in the Afcon at the Ivory Coast tournament. And this afternoon, if it will be Abdul Mumin and then Mohamed Salih, so that will be partner at the heart of defense. We are yet to see the official team sheet for the day. They have a tough task to do. And the wing backs, Gelson Dala is a troublesome player. He's an exciting player. He's very explosive. He's quick. He's trickery. With the ball at his feet, he can cause problems to any single wing back on this particular African continent.
Coach,